Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm doing a slightly different video to what I'd normally do, and I'm just going to show you guys the filters and the mic settings inside Streamlabs OBS that I use for the Blue Yeti. For anyone who's thinking of getting one or has just got one, such a great microphone. I just got one recently with the shock mounts and the stand and everything, and it's absolutely amazing. It's upgraded my stream quality a lot, but you still need to have it set up correctly, and it's going to sound a lot better straight out of the box. I'll also do a quick audio comparison to like the Realtek audio card on the laptop. That's going to be right at the end of the video if you guys want to see that. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys the quick settings that we run here. So says it's a HyperCloud X microphone, but that's incorrect. So when we go to filters, I've got 3 filters on for the noise. Whoops, I just changed that. So this one is your noise gate, and you'll have to play around slightly with this. So basically, the less noise that is required to open up your noise gate, the better it's gonna sound, if that makes sense. Because if your mouse nice and close to that microphone, if you can get nice and close to that microphone, it's gonna pick up most of your voice and less of the background noises. So these settings, you do have to play around with them just a little bit to make sure it's ideal for your room. Everyone's room's different, everyone has different noises going in the background, so there's some slight playing around. But if you have a Blue Yeti, which is what I have, then these settings should work pretty well, providing you can get the mic some sort of reasonable distance to your mouth. As you can see, the closer I go, the better it's going to sound. So the first thing, noise gate. We want to add a noise gate. That stops some of those lower frequencies and those less quiet sounds that we don't necessarily want. Taps, stuff like that. If I tap a bit further on this bench, you can barely hear that. Same thing, pressing PlayStation buttons. Keys, we'll try some keys. Unless I click those keys, like smashing into those keys like a madman, it's not going to pick them up. So that's the first thing, a noise gate. As I said, play around slightly with this. Make sure it's not cutting out your voice. But for a Blue Yeti, you could try these settings, or you could try the default settings, but I've just played around and found that these work really well. The compressor, now, this is going to be different for everyone as well. I might actually turn this output gain down a little bit, because that's, now that, yep. Oh, we don't want 18. You definitely don't want your output gain to 18. Let's turn that down. Back to around here somewhere. 4 is probably fine. So the ratio, you don't want to go too high on your ratio, or you're going to sound like a robot. So about 3 or 4 should be fine. The threshold, again, that's like the noise gate. That just sort of determines how loud does noise need to be for your compressor to be activated. So if I yell into the mic really close right now, I'm yelling, it never goes into the red in my Streamlabs, or it barely goes into the red, you know what I mean? And I'm very close to the mic. So that's part of what your compressor helps you do. If you've ever watched someone or listened to audio and they talk too loud and it screeches your ears apart, that's most likely because of their mic quality or their compressor. So just copy these settings here. Your output gain could vary depending on what game you're playing. If you're playing a really loud game, you might need to turn your output gain up so that people can hear your voice a little bit better. But then it's totally up to you. If you set these settings as your default, and if you find you're having any troubles, that's when you can start to play with things. The release, you shouldn't have to play with that. The attack, you shouldn't have to play with that. The threshold and the ratio, if you play around with those, it's going to make your voice sound a lot better, especially in loud moments. and the noise suppression, I've got a really loud old PS4 right beside me and a really good microphone. So that really good microphone wants to pick up the sound of everything it can hear. The PS4, my laptop fan, which you may be able to just hear in the background, but there's nothing we can do about it. But adding a noise suppression, so we go filter, add filter. I'll just do it quickly to show you guys. Add filter, noise suppression. That's all you do to add a filter. Bang. And then you edit these settings here. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Try out these settings, play around with them. If you're thinking of getting a Blue Yeti mic, you're definitely not going to be disappointed. Everyone says they're the best for a reason. And yeah, for those of you who stuck around just to hear like a comparison, I'll quickly just switch over this audio source here. So I'm talking on the Blue Yeti right now. You've been listening to me on the Blue Yeti. Now, if I switch back over here to my Realtek, I'm probably going to have to sit closer so you can hear. But hopefully this gives you guys a big comparison of the sound quality. So that's the Realtek audio card. I do have a really good laptop, so it's a good sound card by comparison to most computers. But it's still, comparing when you switch over to this Yeti, you can just see the difference is absolutely massive. So guys, if you have any questions about the Blue Yeti, if you have any questions about Streamlabs, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm always here to answer any of you guys' questions that you have. If I can answer it, if I can help you out, then I will. So thanks for sticking around, and I'm Iron Mac, and I'll see all you guys next time. Thanks.